Hi everyone, today's video is a favourites video. As always, this is a collaboration with the Transatlantic Housewives of YouTube, who are Busy Bee Marie, Maria Crocker and Tina's Talk Time. So once you've watched my video, you can go across and watch theirs. So we decided to do a favourites video, so we'll all have different things. I've got a mix of favourites for you today, and I'm going to start with something that was actually sent to me by a company, but it has become a firm favourite. I only talk about things that I really like, so if a company sends me something and I don't like it, I won't talk about it, but this one I really do, and it is from Dialect Fragrances. Dialect Fragrances are carefully designed for a premium and long-lasting experience, and they say smelling expensive doesn't have to be expensive. All of their fragrances are inspired by luxury brands, but they don't have luxury brand prices. They're up to 80% less than the luxury brands. So they are very, very affordable. They're also vegan and cruelty free, which is always a good thing. So they have 26 fragrances on their website. And like I said, they're all inspired by luxury brands. So they asked me to choose 3. So I chose 2 for myself and 1 for Warren. So I'll just going to show you the ones that I chose. The first one I chose is Basil Lemonade, which is inspired by lime, basil and mandarin. And they come in these recyclable packaging boxes with glass bottles. It's a nice little bottle. I have used this quite a few times, and it is a lovely, fresh, citrusy scent. I've never actually had the original lime, basil and mandarin, but this is just so good. I couldn't imagine the original being any better than that, and at a fraction of the price. I highly recommend that one. These would make lovely Christmas gifts. I do have a discount code for you for these, which I'll tell you just after I show you what else I got. I got another one called Jasmine Waterfall, and this one is inspired by Geordie, and this is a light floral. I don't buy a lot of perfumes basically because they are so expensive, but there are a few more on the website that I fancy, so I think I will be indulging in a couple more of these. But the Jasmine Waterfall is more of a light floral. If you've had Geordie, it probably smells just the same. I've never had that perfume, so I couldn't say. But that is a really light floral smell with a hint of a fruitiness in it. I'm not very good at talking about what perfumes smell like, but there is a lot more details on the website. You can see the top, base and middle notes for each fragrance on the website. I will put the link to it below. And the perfume I got for Warren is Citrus Untamed, and this is inspired by Sauvage. This is absolutely gorgeous. It really is. It is so good. It's got like a musky smell. I don't want to spray it on his, although I will spray it on his. It is just so good. And Warren doesn't use many aftershaves or fragrances, as you call them now. He's used the same one for years. So I decided to treat him to this one when they said I could choose 3. And he sprayed it on, and I says, that smells absolutely gorgeous. And he went, steady, you don't want to ravage us. So there was no danger of that. But it really is a lovely, lovely scent, this one. Citrus Untamed, highly recommend that. If you've got a partner who likes the Sauvage, they'll definitely like that one. They also sent me a sample size of, I think this one is inspired by Baccarat Rouge. I've heard of it, but I've never tried it. So I'm gonna really smell of all of these different scents now. That's really nice as well. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be smelling like a perfume shop today. But highly recommend all of those scents. Like I say, the little bottles are so cute. They are 50ml and they are all eau de parfum, which is a perfume spray, basically. And I think they would make really nice gifts. If you are interested in going over and having a look at the website, I will leave the links to them below. and you will get a discount of 30% from the 27th of October until midnight on the 4th of November. You can get 30% off. And these perfumes are really affordable anyway, and the 30% off is just going to be even better. And if you don't manage to pick any up before the 4th of November, after that you will still get a discount, and it will still be 25%, so it's still a really good discount. And the discount code you need to use is Geordie Grandma. I'll put it on the screen here, and I'll always also put it in the description box below. Highly recommend the Dialect fragrances, definitely one of my favourites. So my next favourite is, I've been really enjoying family games nights. We've had a really tough year, as you know, and spending time with family is always nice, and we actually found a new game to play recently. It is Monopoly, but it is Monopoly Stranger Things. If you like Stranger Things, you will enjoy this game. It's slightly different to the original Monopoly. You don't play it in exactly the same way, but it was a lot of fun. And you could have Stranger Things music playing in the background as you play it. So if you're looking for another Monopoly game, highly recommend that one. My next favourite is, I actually discovered wax melts this year. Obviously I've known about wax melts for a long time, but I've never really used them because I always found it faff on putting the wax melt in the burner and then having to clean the burner out. But since I discovered that you can use a little silicone cupcake case to put the wax melt in, that made it just so easy. I think I actually learned about that from Caroline's channel. So thanks for that, Caroline. But I discovered wax melts, and I got a few of them from Robson's Retreat. And my favourite is definitely the black cherry. The smell of that is just absolutely gorgeous, and I don't know whether that's a summer scent, but that is definitely a scent for me all year round, the black cherry wax melt. My other favourite from the year is, it is a product, but it's also a thing. I have really enjoyed creating things this year. I am quite a creative person, and I've always wanted to create some books that I could sell on Amazon. And this year I did create some. So my first one was my self-care word search book, which has 100 self-care themed word search puzzles in it. I was really chuffed with that when I got that put up on Amazon. And I also do watercolour painting. I went to a class all last year, once a month. I haven't been for a while. And I did some watercolour paintings, and I've got them on my wall, but I also wanted to do something else with them. So I decided to turn them into notebooks. So I got a hedgehog one. I picked the ladybird to put on one. I really liked the dairy cow that I painted, and also the flamingo that I painted. So I turned these into notebooks, and they are for sale on Amazon. If anyone is interested, again, I'll put the links in the description box below. They're just plain lined A5 size notebooks. I have started to use the hedgehog one. I didn't want to use any of them until I found a really good use for them, and I decided to use the hedgehog one as like a book journal. So I've been writing what I think of the books that I read in this. So yeah, I just love the fact that I've got my watercolour paintings on a notebook. Even if I never sold any, I'd be quite happy just to get them and use them for myself. So that is creating things that I've enjoyed this year. The other thing is a little bit like creating. I've really discovered a love of Lego. I never thought I would enjoy doing Lego. I just thought it was for kids and it was a bit geeky and a bit faffy. But I got a Lego set for, I think it was for Mother's Day earlier in the year, and I'll put a picture here. It was the Up House, and I really enjoyed doing it. And then I got another one for my birthday, and then I bought myself some little ones, and I just love doing it. It is quite an expensive hobby, so we don't have a lot of them. Warren also is enjoying doing Lego as well. But as well as making the Lego sets, we've also found an enjoyment of watching YouTube channels about Legos for some strange reason. There's 3 channels I particularly like. We watch Block Party, where Kevin and Anna build Lego and chat as they're doing it. I find that quite fascinating. is a guy called Brixie. He's Canadian, and he's got this huge kind of warehouse set up with all his Lego City. Absolutely fascinating. And there's another guy called Ian's Bricks who sells Lego as well as building his own. He sells Lego at Lego fairs around the country. He goes to, I think they're called brick fests, and I find that quite fascinating as well. So yeah, definitely a love of all things Lego. My other favourite for this year is being able to immerse myself in a good book. It hasn't been easy to kind of get into reading a book this year, but I have read a couple that I've probably read more than a couple. But one of the things that I've been reading this year, and probably last year as well, is the 6 Tudor Queen books by Alison Weir. I probably spoke about this before, but I've actually finished all 6 of them now. And I read the one about Henry VIII from Alison Weir as well. So if you're looking for a good historical novel to read, I really enjoy her writing. She's really good. And the other one I read recently was A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. Really enjoyed this one and want to get the next 2 to read as well. And this was the first book we read for the Once Upon a Book Club group that I set up last month. If you're interested in that, I will put a link to the Facebook group for that below. If you're interested in joining a book club, it's free to join. But yeah, books have really kept me sane this year. The other thing was finding a curry sauce that I actually like. I do like curry, but I feel like in the last 10 years, curries have got coriander in, and I couldn't taste coriander before about 10 years ago. I never tasted the coriander in a curry, and I really, really hate the taste of it. Just don't like it at all. So it's put me off eating curries. I've always got a coma. So recently I got a Patak's Tikka Masala curry kit from Aldi, and I've had it twice now. It does say dried coriander leaf in the ingredients, but I cannot taste it. It is probably the best curry sauce, homemade curry sauce mix that I've bought. Really, really like it. So I've rekindled my love of curry from that. You get all the stuff. You just got to add your meat or your vegetables or whatever you want to put in it. Really recommend that. One of the beauty products that I've really enjoyed in the last few weeks is the Lacura exfoliating mask, and I think I mentioned this on a video recently. I was decluttering me makeup and my beauty products, and I came across this. I hadn't even opened it. I forgot I had it. So what does that say? I need to declutter more. I might find more things that I like, but I really like this. It's like a thin, scrubby mask you put on your face. Leave it for about 10 minutes and then wash it off, and it left my skin feeling really soft and glowing. I don't think they always have this in Aldi, but if you do see it, highly recommend that one, the exfoliating mask. And the last thing I wanted to mention is chocolate. And it is the Aldi's Choco milk chocolate. I really, really love this chocolate. It is the best chocolate I've ever had. I think it's about £2.79 a bar, but it is really, really good. I've had lots of other chocolate in my life. I've even tried that. Is it the Tony's chocolate? And I'm not. I don't know what all the fuss is about with Tony's chocolate. It's all right, but I don't think it's worth the money. This is definitely worth the money. I think that is really nice, creamy chocolate that is a good price point. So if you're looking for a bar of chocolate, there you go. Go to Aldi and get that one. So those are my favourite things. Probably not for the month. They're probably my favourite things for this year. What's been your favourite thing this year? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to go across and watch Marie, Maria and Tina and see what their favourites are. And if you want to pick up some of those dialect fragrances as a gift or for yourself, remember there is a 30% discount from now till the 4th of November. I will leave the details in the description box below. So that's all I've got for you today. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.